In trying to figure out what to do for this month's Makers Creative Collaboration, Metal to the Petal, I started making these flowers, which have some metallic on the paint and some metallic on them. And so I've just made these embellishments to use on ephemera, and I thought I would show you how I did that. Welcome to my channel. This is Darcy's Misadventures with Mixed Media. Just a couple things real quick before we begin. I thought I would show you yesterday's, or not yesterday, anyway, the previous video. I made these and I sewed down the sides, which kind of adds just a little bit extra. Just kind of adds that finishing touch. And then I did add these pieces on here, which were the pieces I cut off up there. It just adds a little something. So that's that. And for Sophia, Mariah and Patricia were talking about their no sound packing tape. So close your ears if you don't like this sound. Sophia, this is what it sounds like if you don't get the no sound stuff. So yes, it does make a sound. Because she was like, does packing tape make a sound? Yes, it does. So now let's get on to the business at hand. Just kind of stick that to the side there. Alright, so these flowers, the paper you use is not important. I did do some gel plate prints, and I just kind of did color, and then I used my Liquitex. I just got in the 3-pack with the silver, gold, and copper, and I already had the bronze one. So I just kind of used these, did my regular color, and then did these on the plate and picked up on top of my regular of the color just to get some things. And I also used on the leaves some silver moss, which is a pearlescent, because, you know, metal to the petal. So I wanted some metallics on my petals. See, I wanted some metal on my petals. That's the whole thing there. And the easiest way that I have found to get petals that are similarly sized is to use my circle punch. So if you don't have a circle punch, maybe you have circle dies. If not, well, you can just free cut your petals, and I'll show how to do that too. But the easy way, and then I realized some of these were just a little big for like an ATC, so I wanted some smaller ones. So this one is 1 1/4 inch. And just kind of need to get to the edge here. So I think I want 5, or I don't know. I'll do 7 just to be safe. 2, 3. Grandpa's scissors. Then I just cut along there. And I used my base paper is just the stuff I got at the antique shop that has the numbers all over it. They barely show through, but it just adds that little bit of interest in the back where it's not just plain. There's something back there, even if you can't quite figure out what it is. Alright, so I stacked some of these upside right, some of these upside down, and I just have them all like that. You could save your outers, or you don't have to save your outers. There are ways to use them. And then I just take scissors. Sometimes I'll take big scissors so that they're a little bit more random, but this is a pretty thick, so I need my sharp scissors. And I just kind of wiggle. Wiggle, 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 wiggle. And the reason I do some upside and some upside down, some upside right is so that they're not all exactly the same. Because petals are not all exactly the same. So now we have these funny little shapes, and I've got some white showing on some of them, so I may want to ink the outsides or not, but either way, now I'm going to go ahead and do my lines. So I've got, that has gold on them, so I'm going to use silver because it might show up more, and then just kind of pick where my so I'm going to have this be the inside of the petal on this one. So I'm just going to kind of follow up to here and then come back down like that. Follow up to there and come back down like that. And this part doesn't matter. You can just do any kind of lines. It really doesn't matter. That's just kind of how I was doing those, in case you were wondering. So, and then I'll pick a different beginning on this one so that they look different on the outside. Just connect that there, connect that there. Oh, maybe do another one down there. So I'll finish these and I'll be right back. So now I have 5 of them, and I'm just gonna, where the point is down at the end, I'm just gonna start gluing those together. Just kind of glue on there, glue one kind of sort of across, but not exactly, because I've got 5. And let's see, I think this is the, just kind of glue the back of that one there. And glue this one here. I'm actually going to go out a little bit with that one and do that one back there. And there you have a little flower. And if you want a center, you can just take anything. You can take a button or a brad or a piece of another color that you use. Let's see, maybe this one, and just kind of wiggly. Now if you want to do the little stamen things, that might be a little bit more difficult, but alright, so I'm not sure if I like the color on that one, so I'm just gonna, since I've got gold in the flowers, I'm just gonna kind of do gold spots all over it. And I might even come in and do, is the glue bugging you? It was starting to, I was ignoring it, and then all of a sudden it was like, hey, I'm glue sitting under you here. Just kind of circle those circles with silver, because why not? It's not the petal part, but it's, you know, part of the flower. Just adds a little interest. Oh, look, we need the glue again. Come on. Just getting off some of that so it doesn't get all over my fingers like it matters. I'm always a mess. Welcome to my life. It's a mess. Messy crafting. Perfectly imperfect. And then I'm not going to put it exactly in the middle. I'm just kind of putting it to the side just a little bit. Or maybe it's exactly, I can't tell where the middle is. Can you tell where the middle is? So that is one kind of petal. And then another kind of petal would be, let's just go ahead and use this one. I'll use one of my larger, which one? That one be big enough? This one is 2 inches. Yeah, I don't have to do a huge flower. So sometimes I am just too early to do this in thirds. Alright, first off, get off these edges that don't have paint on them, because that is gonna annoy me and mess up my petals. I mean, not in the worst way possible, but alright, so I'm going to fold this in half and just kind of make sure it's big enough for that, and there we go. Just fold it like that and hope that it's not too thick, because sometimes that is. If it is, just only do half of it. I should really not. I should at least do this. Let's see, we'll just do it. The double. But at least having it double helps for the paper to not be too thin. Alright, so double works without jamming up your thing. So that gives us 6 petals. See, even folded it doesn't like me. Why don't you like me? Alright, so now also going to do some upside down, some upside right. So how I have these is good. They're about half and a half. And I don't want it to be perfect, so I'm going to use my big scissors, I think. And I'm just going to go like this on one side and like this on the other side. Just kind of doing a curve, C-curve. And now we have petals. And they don't all go the same way, which is fine. And I'm going to go ahead and see, that would be a fun negative on it. It'd be a positive negative on a piece of ephemera, you know, just to have that collaged on there would be fun. So that's Jumbo Java. That's not the one I want. I want the eggplant. What happened to the eggplant? I mean, Jumbo Java is fine and everything, but eggplant's purple. And I had it. I have 2 Jumbo Javas. I had it yesterday. I just cleaned off my desk. Oh, it's upside down. I can't see things if they're upside down. So with these, I would just ink, because they're light enough so the ink will show. to kind of ink the edges, and then pick one end. It doesn't matter which end. This will be, whatever end you pick will be the end that goes in the middle. So just do that, fold it, and put a line on there. It doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't have to be straight up the middle. It's just an indication of just a line. It's just a line. It doesn't even have to start exactly from the middle, because chances are, but see, it just makes it look more petal-like. That's just my opinion. Y'all do what you like. So this one, you kind of want to have your middle piece first. So I will finish doing these and cut out a wiggly middle of some sort. I think, do we want orange? Let's see, what other colors do I have here? Oh, this yellow. Yellow might work. So I have that yellow petal from another time I was cutting things. Or orange. Well, yellow and purple are opposite on the color wheel, so I'm just gonna give myself a not perfect circle. These petals are a little bit bigger, so I'm also going to make that a little bit bigger. I'm going to edge it like I'm doing the petals, and I might even just crumple it up and uncrumple it. I don't want it to be all perfect, you know what I mean? And just kind of do that, and then maybe get a couple more lines of something on there. There we go. So it's not even a circle, it's more of a square, but that's okay. And now you could just go ahead and assemble your flower. So I'm going to turn my middle section upside down, like the Prince of Bel-Air. God's world turned upside down. Alright, and just start. I think I want to do a couple smaller ones. So you just want your purple line that's on that one end to be in the middle-ish area there. So I'm going to do some of the smaller ones first, and then do some bigger ones behind those, because I did end up with kind of two different sizes. And then we'll see in a minute how it turns out, because the more I think about it, the worse it looks. So did I at least get the middles? Yes, I did. Good. So I'm trying not to think about it too much, and I might like it better. See, everybody has their own stuff. Everyone has their own insecurities, and sometimes I like what I make, sometimes I don't. One more. Let's see how that looks. I know some of these purple lines won't even show. And there we go. It doesn't have to be perfect. Stop looking for perfection. I could do one here. I could have it come out a little bit further. Of course, the size circle you use is going to affect the size of your flower. I used the 2-inch circle on this one, so I ended up with a much larger flower, which would be nice on a large pocket or tag. Oops. And so yeah, once you get your main ones on there, you can kind of fill it out with some other little ones if you want to. And they might not go all the way to the middle, because you want them to show. So there's that. Now the leaves you can make similarly, you know, cutting your circles and doing, because that's a leaf shape too, as well as a petal. Or you can cut them into, like most of these I just like freehand cut, just random leafy type shapes, including some wonky ones. And where my gel plate was like that, I was like, oh, that's perfect for a leaf, because not all leaves are perfect. Sometimes they've got some kind of fungus on them. That leaf has fungus. Sometimes they've been, you know, eaten by ants, or not ants, bugs, all different bugs, not just ants. But I was trying to make, let's see, should I do the silver or this one's got a middle. Oh, I think the silver looks good. So I need a leaf for, whoops, for this. I'm going to make this little ATC card. Did I mention I was going to make an ATC card? I can't remember if I mentioned it or not. Let's go ahead and round the edges with the 1/4 inch. I owe Mariah an ATC card, and she's sending me an ATC card. Actually, probably send one for Izzy and oh, that's upside down. I do want my writing to be upside right. And I like the green in the background. I don't know if I want to put, that's why this one's all weird brown like this, but I don't like the shape so much necessarily. But I do, the color, I don't want it to be such a bright green as that. I don't know if let's see. That's also, I don't know if I want it to be metallic. Oh, smaller. Smaller is better here. All right, I am going to just kind of put a little bit of this Java brown on here to brown out the green so it's not so bright green, because as you can see, this green back here is not a bright green. See, much better. See, just that little bit of, what else? So I want to put, I do want to cover kind of where this interest, like, I don't like how that looks, so I am going to cover that, but with the leaf probably. I'm going almost to the end. I don't mind if the ends of the petals get a little bit messed up in transit, because they are, I want them to have a little bit of lift and movement, so I'd rather they not be glued all the way down. Does that make sense? And then this leaf, it's on a pretty fragile book page, so I am going to glue that one the whole way down. And I'm going to put it in a way that disguises where that thing goes. And then we have a little that goes off the side a little. I'm okay with that. I like things that go off the side. Let's see if I just have a little, I wonder if I want to put a word. She doesn't like words and sentiments, but I still, there's something. I want to put something there. I don't know what. Maybe a flower going off. Patricia would hate that. No! Anyway, so you can make ATCs, tags, pockets, all the things. Let's see. The leaves. I'll cut a couple random ones for you. So when I'm doing leaves, sometimes I'll just kind of go, just make little wavy lines. And then get down to the bottom of it, sort of, and just kind of go up and up, like the top of a heart almost. And then I'll turn it over so that my wavy lines are similar-ish. And go down wavy lines again. And that is a little leaf. Not perfect, but do we need it to be perfect? I don't think so. And then, you know, just kind of sticks out from the thing. So that's a little wavy one. Let's see. Also we go, let's see, so scallop, going off to the edge like I did before, and then also doing like the top of a heart, and then turn it over so that my scallops are going the same way, just going, just kind of aiming, going from the middle and aiming for this end here, and then you have a leaf. Am I in the thing? Yep, like that. And they're slightly different, so really either way works. It really doesn't. Oh, and look, they ended up different, so maybe don't turn it over, because that one ended up going in. Or maybe I like that way better. I mean, it looks more like that, but I thought doing it like that would do that. All right, let's try it a better. All right, so scallop, 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 make a heart, top, just the heart top, and then, all right, you're just going to do this way, scallop, 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 scallop. There we go. It's kind of like a holly leaf, but it could be really any leaf. And then, of course, you know, if you just want to do regular leaves without having to do your whole bunch or petals, you just make the petal. It's, oh, that's another leaf. And sometimes you accidentally make a leaf like that. And then for the little ones, I think I want to use a small hole punch. Where's my small one? Way back in here. No, or you could use an actual hole punch if you got them. That one's like really small. Also, I don't think that it will handle the... I want them with the words on them. Alright, so then we can go 1, 2, 3, 4. So if you have hole punches, use them. This is one way to be able to use them. 5, 6, 6 will work. So I want some upside down and some upside right. Well, they're blue on both, they're green on both sides pretty much, so I guess it doesn't matter. And so now I can cut them all the way around. So I want them to be kind of round on one end, and then, but not perfectly round, and have like a point down here. There we go. So they're like little leaves. Let's just use the back of this. And then you just cut a line. They usually go in like a C, not an S. So you can do like a little curvy line, which is fine. You just learned that from the watercolor lady. I forget her name. Anyway, that, you know, when you're doing the plants, you do them in a C, not an S, because that's how they grow. And then just kind of glue these on. Do you want to glue them on the front or the, well, this glue dries clear. You don't have to use art glitter glue. You can use tacky glue. It's just going to take a little bit longer to dry. So then I'm just going to go ahead and put these on here to get my little, and then of course if you're Patricia, you will come back in and use some Patricia from P Martyr Studio, use some pencils, colored pencils, to make them even better. Okay, I have, so then just cut off the part you don't need. There you go. That is a loud truck. And so that could also go on an ATC or tag or whatever and be super cute. Or you could put your flower at the top of it if you wanted to do that way. Oh yeah, I like that too. This flower doesn't have a middle. I don't know if I want to, oh, you know what might be cute as a middle? Hold on. Let me go grab it. So I've got this thread. It's just some yellow ochre kind of color thread. And I'm just going to go ahead and wrap that around. I don't think I need that many, but see if this works. Put some glue down here and just kind of glue that bottom of that down, and then once it dries, give it a minute, I'm going to cut this and hope that some of them stay on there. Some will probably fall off. And I can trim that down if I want to, but like little stamens all over here. They don't have to all be this. Whoops, don't cut your petals when you do that. That's kind of cute. Whoops, blew everything. So there's that is another thing that you could do. I'm going to go ahead and glue these down, I think. I know they're not the leaves that go with that flower. I don't care. You don't have to care either. It's okay. I'm just going to glue this down. It's going to come off the card a little bit. Also, if I want to do my edges, my corners, I need to do that now before that dries. There we go. I do like a rounded corner on an ATC. That's just personal preference. Alright, now sometimes I ask you a question, but today I'm just going to ask, if you watch me and you are not subscribed, would you please subscribe? I'm getting close to 4,000 subscribers, and that's kind of cool. That has been my next goal, was to get to 4K. I'm actually trying to set some goals, and that was one of them. So I would very much appreciate it, because, you know, the stats show us all the time that a lot of the people, sometimes it's more than half of the people that watch my videos are not subscribed. It doesn't cost anything. You just hit the subscribe button, and then if you want to hit the bell, then you'll be notified of when I have videos, because I am fairly sorry, but I am random with my videos. I don't mean to be, but I am. That's the goal I have not accomplished, is getting my videos to be more consistent and whatnot. I want this, and then I think I want to repeat this green color or the burgundy color. One of these colors I want to repeat over on this, maybe the burgundy. So this is aged mahogany, which is probably the closest color. And I'm just going to do it down the side over here. I think I actually want to go, would have been better to do this before. Alright, we're just going to go this way, which is going to give us a line, which didn't there we go. Just to, so it's not quite so white over there. And since we did it over there, we can also do it down there. And maybe even a tiny bit there. Maybe we come across down there a little bit. There we go. So there's that ATC. I don't know, do you guys not like when things stick out? I mean, that won't work if she puts it in a thing, but if you just put it in a journal, it's fine. So I hope that you enjoyed this video and my easy ideas for making some flowers. This one's at the bottom. I'm not sure how I feel about that. Actually, I like it on the air. That one goes sideways. So we're just going to pretend that one goes sideways. I like it better like that. Ooh, maybe I'll do a little bit of this too. I do like to layer. I do like to end a video and then keep going, apparently. I do that often. More often than I would like to admit. So I'm just kind of getting it on the corners a little bit and just, I don't know, just adding a little bit of something, something. So there we go, 2 ATC cards and fun flowers and leaves. How do you make your, I already asked the question. No, anyway, if you want to answer it down below, how do you make your petals? Do you have any cheats, little tricks to make it go faster and easier? Sometimes I just cut them randomly, like I did these leaves. I just, randomly. Anyway, have a good day, guys. Love you.